Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn podcast. I'm Lisa and I'm coming to you from Michigan. This is episode 282. I got my coffee in my knitting Jedi mug today. Pumpkin spice creamer. And today is Friday, November 22nd, 2024, and it is 8:57 a.m. and it is 38 degrees. Feels like 27. I got my Taylor Swift cardigan on today. And my shirt that Amy from Happy Little Yarn got me. Knit happens. This is my YouTube channel where I share my knitting, crochet, cross stitch, whatever crafty thing I'm up to. Today, all knitting. I have 2 finished objects and 3 works in progress. A little bit of stash. I'll show you my next cast on. Yeah, reading and watching. I will have all my show notes right down there in the description box. Click the word more a couple times. Everything should drop down for you. I'll have links to all the things in there. My Ravelry group, my Instagram, my email, project pages, bags, yarns, patterns. All the links to all the things will be down there. Yeah, I can't believe Thanksgiving is next week. That's bananas. I think all of my Christmas shopping is done. I'm pretty sure. I am the type of person that makes gifts all year long, so I am not like, you know, this time of year, oh, I probably should get my knitting done for my gift knitting done. No. Yeah, I am done with my mom's, I'm done with my dad's. I gave my kids socks throughout the year, so I'm not making them any this year, but for Christmas anyway. I went through my sock drawers and took out some pairs that I don't wear very often and my kids liked, so they took them. And so now I have room to make more for me. Okay, I think that's my spiel. Let's get on with it. I think that's it. All right, finish object. Number 1. Socks. Of course. So this is Ruby and Roses. Lover. It's like a very faint colorway. It's very delicate. I love it. So I believe I did 70 rows for these, for the leg. I probably should have done 60. I keep forgetting that I do extra rounds for my cuff now. So I really don't need to do 70 rows, but I did for these. I did 15 rows of knit 2, purl 2, rib, 70 for the leg, US 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter, US 1.5, 2.5 millimeter. I did 64 stitches. Yeah. What else? I think that's it. Oh, Magic Loop. Vanilla Socks on Magic Loop by Kay, the Crazy Sock Lady. So that's all of my details for all of my socks. So I'm not going to repeat myself. If you didn't catch it, I have them all down there in the description box. Needles, yarns, patterns, all that good stuff. So these are for me. I love these. Gotta have some Taylor Swift socks. Oh, and this is pair number 79 for the year. And let's see, Ruby and Roses. That's Scrappy. That's the different pair. What? Oh, never mind. Okay. I can't read my own handwriting. I started these November 4th and I finished them November 16th. I thought they said November 14th and November 16th, and I'm like, that's not right. I cannot finish a pair of fingering weight socks in that amount of time. It takes me like maybe 4 days. So that's this 79 for the year. All right, finish object number 2. Now this one you did not even see. This was not even a whip. I cast these on Friday after I recorded. Yep, 11:15. Finished them 11:21, November 21st. Finished them yesterday. I was working on these on Saturday when I was at my parents' house. I finished these. Did I finish these the same day? I don't remember. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, I remember I finished these. And then I worked on these, and my mom's like, ooh, I like those. And I'm like, really? I didn't think you would, because there's a certain color in here that reminds you of a certain thing. And she's like, no, but all the colors go well together. I like those. And they're sparkly. So I said, okay, I'm gonna make these for you then. So I was like, I need to finish these before I record today, so that next Thursday I'm going to go over there for Thanksgiving, and I will give these to her as a surprise. Since these are Christmas socks, I don't want to wait till Christmas to give these to her. So this is West Yorkshire Spinners Yuletide. This is pair number 80 for the year. High five. No, I'm not going to reach 100. I don't think I could ever reach 100. Maybe if I only knit socks and I knit nothing else. But I don't think I can do that. I mean, as much as I love socks, I gotta have blankets and other things in the mix every once in a while. Shawls. So, according to my notebook, it says I started these November 15th and finished them November 21st. That sounds right. 15th was Friday. Okay. Yeah. I feel like something's wrong with my notes, but I don't know. We're just gonna go with it. Same thing, needles and whatnot. I did not have these match. So let's see. Here we are. There is the matching part, and I loved how usually with like this type of yarn, it's very busy, it's very crazy. So I knit the cuff and the leg. I knit cuff down, and I did, when I got to my heel flap, I stopped right where this orange is. I started my heel flap. Usually I pull from the opposite end of my cake if I'm going to do this, but I just said, we're just going to go for it. So I just kept on going, knitting, knitting, knitting. I love that the heel turn ended in this green. Love it. And then I went back to orange when I had to pick up my heel flap, or pick up my gusset stitches. So it did not break up the stripes. Now there is a very thick stripe compared to the rest of them right here, but it's the same color. Like, that is magic. I loved it. So I'm like, okay, I'm doing that with the second sock. So yeah, so they don't match at all. I mean, they go in the same direction, but I love how, I love it. I'll take it off the block here because I'll show you that heel flap, or that heel turn is right on the green. And I pretty much used all of it for the whole heel turn. I couldn't have done that on purpose, I guess. Maybe I could, but... So yeah, I just went through the whole skein. I did not cut any of the yarn. Yeah, to do that heel flap, I just kept on going, and it just worked out perfectly. Now, if I was going to do this again, I would probably pull from I knit from the outside of the cake. So what I would do is, when I get to my heel flap, I would pull from the inside, do my heel flap, my heel turn, cut my yarn, and then pick up my yarn, my main yarn that I was knitting with, and then pick up my gusset stitches. That's what I normally do, but I was feeling adventurous with this and it worked out. So, so yeah, I'm gonna give these to my mom. So I wanted to get them finished so that I could show you guys. But yeah, look at this sparkly. Yeah, I was gonna make these for me, but she really liked them. So I'm like, okay. But next year, I know most yarn, I think I bought this from Wool & Co. I believe they have like all their Christmas colors out year round. I could be mistaken, but if not, next year when the new color comes out, I can buy this again and make a pair for me, if I so choose. So that was the colorway for this year, the West Yorkshire Spinners colorway. I love to get the new color every Christmas. All right, that is my finished objects. Now we're gonna get on to whips. So since I worked on these heavily, I put down these socks, which kind of made me sad, but we're going today. We are getting it back out. This is Bags by Awesome Granny. I would have had these done, but we had a squirrel moment, and it's okay. I do need a sock blocker, because I have half. I haven't gotten these out in a while. Oh my word, you guys. Kind of kills me a little that these are, I'm making these for somebody. It's like, oh. Okay, these are my scrappy fraternal socks with Ruby and Roses minis. I love Ruby and Roses. I think they're my all-time favorite non-self-striping dyer. I mean, I've heard of her, but I haven't bought any yarn. And then when I saw she had Taylor Swift yarn, and I'm like, that was it. That was the gateway to the Ruby and Roses yarn. And I will show some later and stash. All right, are you guys ready? I hope you're sitting down, because these are chef's kiss. Beautiful. Oh, okay, I'm gonna show you. You know, I am not a huge pink person. I like all colors. There's some colors I love more than others. Green, cough, cough. But these are beautiful. I absolutely love these. So I have one sock done. So I'm doing the heels, toes, and cuffs in a Dragon Horde yarns. I don't know what color this is. I think it's umbrage, or maybe it was a Valentine's colorway. I don't remember. I feel like it was probably Harry Potter related if I bought it. I wouldn't buy Valentine's Day yarn, but so I'm using that for the heels, toes, and cuffs. It like worked perfectly with these mini sets, or with these mini skeins. I am doing 8 colors per, not 8 colors, 8 rounds per color. And I'm just, as you can see, some of them are repeating. I just did 8 colors until, or 8 rows per color until it was ready for the toe. I did 15 rounds of 2x2 rib. Same needles. And this is 85-15 base. It's a nice, it reminds me of Yarnable. It probably will, I've noticed that 85-15 pills a little more than 75-25, but it's okay. So I said these were fraternal because I'm doing them, we're doing them in a different direction here. I'm switching it up a little bit. We'll see how this happens. You know, I love my matchy scrappy socks. But we're going fraternal. We're gonna see how this works. I was explaining this last week and I was like, how do I explain this? So we have the toe of the first sock and we have the cuff of the second sock. So as you can see, they match this way. So that's how they go. So I'm knitting it in this direction now. And I've noticed, I'm not mad about this, but I was like, that's interesting. I think the hot pink stripes are gonna match. Hot pink. I think if I keep going, I think the next hot pink stripe is gonna be right here, which is like, I'm not mad about it. I was like, wow, that's interesting. I guess it's the way I have 8 colors, and I believe there's 15 stripes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I have 15 stripes. So I guess that's how that worked out. I am ready for the heel on the second sock. And I do not do anything special with my changing of colors. There is a jog. The ends are all woven in on this sock. Weaved in, woven in. If you're curious about my markers, I will link a video down below. So yeah, I'm taking them off this sock, putting them on this sock, and yeah. So I'm curious to see how these are gonna look. I just thought that was funny that that hot pink stripe is in the same orientation as the first sock. Oh, kills me that I made these for a gift. It's okay, it's okay. I will probably I'll have to decide after I finish these. I was planning on putting these in my blanket, in my DK Cozy Memories blanket, after I finished these. I don't know. I'm probably still gonna do that. And then I probably won't, after that, I don't think I'll have enough to make a full pair for me. Maybe if I use more of this, maybe I will. Because I know each square in my DK blanket takes 8 grams. So, I don't know. Maybe I will try it, and maybe I'll just stripe more of this in between each color to make sure I have enough. I don't know. Maybe we won't do matching, they'll just be crazy mismatch. I don't know. No idea what I'm gonna do with that. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I absolutely love these. They're beautiful. Oh my word. Love them. And this color right here is only going to be in the sock. I think this color is the same when I knit the second sock. I think if I don't know. We'll see. These socks have me puzzled. I don't understand how that works. How can 2 colors be in the same spot if I go in reverse order? I don't know. We will see it when I finish them, but here's what I have. I absolutely love these. Oh, and that pink it's bright pink. So that is that. I also want to thank everybody that I mentioned these socks last week. I was talking about Eunice from Therapy by Craft. And you all went over there, and she's been messaging me, and she's like, look at all my subscribers you gave me, and then she's like, check out the comments. And I looked at all the comments, and I'm like, because she asked she asked them, well, I got a lot of new subscribers. Where'd you guys come from? And you all like said, oh, Lisa. I loved it. So thanks for going over there and giving her some love. Yeah, so that's that. That's all the socks. Now we're on to the blankets. Socks and blankets, that's all I want to knit these days. So that's what I'm going with. I am not a big sweater knitter, I have realized. I have knit a few, but the only ones that I really wear are my Penguinos by Stephen West, which I gotta get that out. I have 2 of those. I have a garter marler that is, it's got some bad juju because of the Knit Picks Felici fiasco. So I don't want to wear it. And then I did make a pullover that had color work on it, but I don't like pullovers. I gotta have cardigans. So yeah, those are the only sweaters I've made. So I wear 2 out of the 4. So I guess it's not bad, but I'm like, I'm not gonna buy, or I'm not gonna make any more sweaters. It's just not my jam. Okay, back on track. Blankets. Oh, this thing is heavy already. Dang. This is my coziest memory blanket by Empyrean. This is in my DK weight version. I'm doing the same stitch count, 20 by 20. I'm using US 4s, 3.5 millimeter, and I'm holding fingering weight double with itself. And I'm using, they're downstairs. I have been using my signature needles. I know you can't get them anymore, so I'm like, there's no point in really showing you guys because they're just straight needles. I think they're 7-inch. I love them. So now to this blanket. I did not work on it that much. I was trying to do a square a day. Didn't work out because I was trying to finish those socks from my mom. So I did 5 squares. And I finished the row. So now I'm thinking, do I wait until December 1st to get this back out? And maybe do a square a day on this for like Advent? Maybe? I don't know. I am like really lost with the Advent knitting, and I don't understand why, because I only have one Advent skein, but I feel like I don't know what I'm supposed to do. What am I supposed to do? So this was the first square I did that you didn't see. I was there last week. So there are my 5 squares. Finished the row. Love it. I will weave in these ends when I finish 4 squares. That's when I like to weave in my ends. So the top row looks a little squirrely right now, but it's okay. We're doing 12 squares across. And I think it's 12 by 12 now, so it's a square. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, did I lie? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I lied. I got 11. I did my 11th row. I thought I was on my 12th row. Oh well. So it's not a square yet. I love DK, like fingering weight held double with blankets. I can't describe it. It's very dreamy. I put a little stitch marker here. I got my Christmas ones out. Twin Mountain Handcrafts, little snowman. Love him. They have their Christmas stuff out right now. So I bought, they had a new set with the claymation Rudolph. I'm like, I have to have those. So I bought those, and I bought some gnomes. And then they're like releasing new stuff, and I'm like, oh. They have an Advent one where it has 1 through 25, and it's like, I kind of want that, but do I need it? Not really. So go check out Twin Mountain Handcrafts. They have lots of new stuff out. So yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about this. I love it. It's squishy. 10 out of 10. Recommend. Now the squares still take me the same amount of time as the fingering weight ones, but I feel like this one gets bigger because the squares are, I don't know how big the squares are. Maybe 4 inches? 3 inches? I don't have a ruler on me, so I can't tell you, but yeah. So I'm thinking maybe doing a square a day on this too. Well, I don't know. I'm definitely doing it for my fingering weight one because I made a little scrappy advent with my scraps. A scrappy advent with my scraps. So I'm definitely doing that. And then a stripe a day on my, I'll show you the bag. I haven't opened it yet. I really, really want to open it. My Freckle Whimsy skein. All right, this, I finished these socks yesterday. And I'm like, you know what? I've been working on socks nonstop and have not touched anything else for like 2 or 3 days. I'm gonna work on this blanket. And I just didn't stop. I couldn't stop. I finished those like, it was before lunch. And then I'm like, I'm just gonna work on this the rest of the day, and that's what I did. Again, fingering weight held double. Highly recommend. So this is my Cozy Comfort Throw by Homespun House. I'm using US 8s, which is 5.0 millimeters. And I think I did 220 stitches. I have not counted since I cast on, so don't know how many stitches. I did an I-cord. I changed the pattern a little bit. I did an I-cord cast on. I think 220 stitches, maybe not, I don't know. I know I counted them when I started, but when I did my first row or second row, I picked up 3 stitches on one of the sides, so that's why I'm like, I don't know how many stitches are in here. Maybe it's 226, I don't know, 223, I have no idea. So I make a magic knot ball of scraps. My scraps are in here are anywhere between like 1 gram to maybe 7 or 8 grams. So I'm using like little pieces. And I'm holding it with some bare yarn. And this is my second. These are 50 gram skeins. I forgot to mention that last week. So this is Nomad, N-O-M-A-D, yarns.com. They had 50 gram, 10 skeins, 50 grams each, 500 grams total for $22.50. So I bought 2 of those. So I have 1,000 grams. I'm not going to use all of it in this blanket, I am aware, but maybe I will. Who knows? All right, stitch marker time. Look at this. Oh my word. So I was right there last week. Look how much I got done. Look at this. So this is what it looks like when you're just doing random colors. I mean, it is kind of striping. It's kind of weird how it's striping but not striping. So I am on a fixed needle, Chiaogoo needle. I got my little Game Boys. One's upside down. My stitch stoppers, my little Game Boys. Playing some Tetris. Love them. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say about this. I highly recommend this project if you like just straight garter. And I am doing, so I did the I-cord cast on, and I am slipping 3 stitches with yarn in front at the end of every row. So it puts this I-cord on here. That way, when the blanket's big enough, I can just do an I-cord bind off, finish it off at the end, and be done, and not have to pick up pick up and do an applied I-cord bind off. So here's the other side. I haven't weaved that in yet. But here we are. There's the I-cord on that side. It's beautiful. I love it. So yeah, the casting on the I-cord is kind of a pain, and picking up the stitch, picking up from the I-cord, I love that. It feels so good. I don't know what it is about just picking up in those I-cords. That doesn't bother me, but after that, it's just straight knitting. I feel so good. Love it. Mindless knitting. I worked on this last night, and my husband's like, I think it bothers him, but he's not saying anything, because these needles, they're kind of loud. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's this motion. Knitting ASMR for you. But I don't think he likes that. I'm like, too bad, I want to work on this. So I'm not going to work on it today. I am done for a little bit. I wanted to finish my first 2 balls of yarn for this, and I did. So I'm not going to, I might just put this away for a few days. We'll see. It's great. It's great to be knitting. I love it. Yeah, and that is all of my whips, blankets, and socks. Oh, I should have moved my foot before I talked about that whip, because woo. I know I can sit in a chair, but if I sit in a chair, all of my yarn is gonna be more just gray from my wall. You're not gonna see all my pretties. All of my collection. If I don't sit on the floor. Okay. Next cast on. Since I made these socks for my mom, I'm like, oh, and I also didn't say. She's like, I only have 1 pair of Christmas socks. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I just have 1. And I'm like, okay, we gotta fix that. So that's another reason why I'm like, okay, you're getting these, because you only have 1 pair of Christmas socks? I am a bad daughter here. So, a viewer said, hey, remember I sent you some yarn, some Christmas yarn. I'm like, that's right. So a viewer sent me this from across the pond. I forgot her name. I'm sorry. You know who you are. So this is Lana Grossa. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I have no idea what this is. If this is the brand down here. It says, I think this is color 7681. Oh, that's kind of creepy. We won't go into that. That's part of my phone number. Not my phone number. My husband's phone number? Our house phone number? 7681. That sounds familiar. I think that's the color number. I think that's the lot number. The die lot? Maybe? Don't know. But I'm going to make these for my mom. So I caked it up. I like to cake up all of my yarn, whether it's commercial or if it's in a hank. Because I want to make sure that there's any knots in it. And I thought there was, but I think it was just knotted on itself and it came apart. You know what I mean? Where it forms a little knot and then you unravel it and boop, it pops out. So that happened a few times in here and I'm like, oh, okay, that's not an actual knot. So we're all good. So yes, I'm going to cast these on today. And I think I'll have to knit the leg and see how long the repeat is. Whether or not I pull from the inside to do my heel flap and heel turn. Or if it's really wild and crazy, I might just knit the whole sock. We'll see what happens. There are a lot of colors in here. I remember winding it up. So we'll see if I really want to break up the stripes when I do my heel flap or not. So that is going to be cast on. Also going to be cast on, I'll show the bag. I didn't show this when I got it, but I've had it for a little bit. The Freckle Whimsy skein. It is killing me not to open this right now. I want to open it. But I will have to open it at some point this week because I'm like, oh, I'll do it next weekend, which is this weekend. Wait, no. Next weekend. Today's the 22nd. Yes, next weekend. And I'm like, oh, wait a second. I have to do it a little bit before then. It didn't occur to me that December 1st is on a Sunday. So I was like, oh, I'll do it Friday. Like, I probably should cast on Friday. At least the cuffs. So I got DK weight. 50 gram skeins. I'm still thinking about doing them in opposite order. Thinking about it. I'm really thinking about it. I'm gonna have to do some, when I wind it up, I know with DK weight, I don't know if there's gonna be more than the 24 stripes. I know with fingering weight, there's like, I don't know if there's 2 sets of the repeats per 50 grams or not. I'm pretty sure the DK is not like that because, you know, it's thicker yarn. There's more yardage or less yardage than fingering weight. So I'm gonna have to make sure that I count the stripes and make sure I have at least 24 and then maybe cut it, and whatever I have extra I will, you know, just put it in the bag. Because if I do it from opposite ends, would that still work if I don't cut it after 24 stripes? I guess when I wind it, I will see how many stripes I have, and then we'll go from there. With Freckled Whimsy, everybody starts in a different spot. You don't have to start a certain color. Yeah, so that's why I kind of just want to do flip-flop. Do one from the outside, one from the inside of the cake, and see what happens. So here is the, I'll get this out of the bag. I got the 50 gram mini for the DK. This is the mini color this year. It's a very like purpley burgundy color. Oh, I love it. When I got this in the mail, I'm like, that can't be 50 grams. It is. Oh my word. Love it. So I'm gonna at least, so I need to cake this up and do the cuffs. I will probably do them, I will be doing them tandem, one on each needle. 1 stripe a day until I can't take it anymore and I want to finish them, which usually ends up around day like 21, 22. Somewhere between day 20 and 22 is like, okay, I'm done with this and I want to finish them. So we'll see how far I can get before I just want to finish them. So those will be cast on. So I don't know, will I show those next week? Maybe not. Maybe I'll wait and cast on Friday or something. No, I won't be doing that. I don't know if I'll show you cuffs. Maybe I'll just wait and show them on the next episode. No point of showing you cuffs. I don't know. All right, and my acquisition. My kids and my husband crack me up. They're like, they see a package in the mailbox. And they're like, Mom, did you buy more yarn? And I'm like, no, I bought a pillow. And they're like, bought a pillow? I'm like, yes, I bought a pillow. They're like, no, you didn't. It's yarn. I'm like, no, it's a pillow. See? It's a pillow. It's not yarn. It's a pillow. Look at this. So my Ruby and Roses, this is their winter collection. Does it say? Oh, it just says Merry and Bright. Their Christmas collection. Oh my word, look at these. going to be lots of stripy socks in my future. Need to get on that. Maybe after I'm also having this, like, what do I cast on moment, because definitely want to finish these first. Definitely want to cast on the Christmas socks. Maybe after. That means I gotta wind all these. Ugh. The one thing I don't like about all these minis is caking them all up. But I feel like I probably should. Then I gotta do some thinking about how I'm gonna do this. So I don't know, we'll see. I think these ones, the green ones, are my favorite. So we have some greens and then some pinks and reds. Oh. So I don't know, there's 14 colors in here. I'm not sure if I'm just gonna, I know with the other socks there's 15 stripes. So I'd have to do one of them twice. I'll have to think about that. And I'll have to think about like a mini for the Heels Chosen Ghost. Oh, maybe that Christmas one. I don't know. Thinking about it. I mean, they're Christmassy, but not Christmassy, so I don't know if I want to use an actual Christmas mini. I'll dig in the stash and see. But I'm thinking something speckly would go good with these. We'll see. So yeah, I got my yarn pillow. Love it. So yep, that's all my stash. I don't think I have any more yarn coming. I have all my Advents. I bought some stitch markers from Twin Mountain Handcrafts. I also bought some stitch markers from Charmed and Dangerous. I bought some Christmas ones, I think. I know I bought a ghost holding a gingerbread man. And then I think I bought a Christmas tree. I think that's it. It's like, yes, I have a lot of Halloween ones, so I need a lot of Christmas ones. I only had one, so we need 2 more, right? I know the ghost with the gingerbread man is not really Christmas, but I'm calling it Christmas. All right, reading and watching real fast. I wanted to make this short and I can't. I just yak. I ramble. All right, reading. I am still reading Harry Potter #3 on my Kindle. I started Fourth Wing because the 3rd book of that series comes out the end of January. The Fantasy Fangirls podcast, I think that's their name, Fantasy Fangirls. They put out on their Instagram like a little like guide of like this week read chapters 1 through this week read chapters this through this, and they did it in such a way that you will finish the 2nd book right when the 3rd book comes out, and it's like, that is perfect. So I started that. I think for this week I have a couple more chapters, so I need to get on. Next week is going to be a little difficult because it's Thanksgiving week and my husband has the whole week off. My kids only have to go to school Monday and Tuesday. I'm going to be gone all day Thursday, so I might be a little behind. Maybe I'll just read a little bit extra today. And I'm listening to that on my, not my Kindle, I'm listening to that Audible. Still doing my tandem read of the Throne of Glass series. Empire of Storms, Tower of Dawn. I know you're tired of hearing it, but I'm still doing it. I think one book I'm like 72%. The other book I'm like 66, 67, somewhere around there. I would love to finish that series before the end of the year, but oh my word, I don't think it's going to happen because I still have one more book to go. It's fine. I'll finish it eventually. Watching. My husband agreed to watch some of the old school Twilight Zone from the 1960s. We skipped the first season because I know we watched some of it. and we didn't know where we left off. So I'm like, hey, let's just start with season 2. I know we haven't watched any of those. And they're like hit and miss. Some are like really, really good, and some are like, that's horrible. I forgot the one that I really liked that we watched this week was something about machines. I don't remember the title. Oh, but I loved it. Like, the machines were like attacking this guy. And they had this razor, like for shaving for men. And it's attached to a cord. And yeah, it was floating around and it was going down the stairs. I thought it was hilarious. Oh my word, I love that part. Loved it so much. I love the cheesy horror movies. So good. So we watched a lot of movies this week. I watched some of them on my own, but I, Robot, that was our Friday night movie. That was from 2004. I can't believe that movie is 20 years old. That's not right. That's not right. With Will Smith. I watched a little bit. My husband watched Scarface. I was in the room, but I was paying attention to football, so I wasn't like really watching it, but I seen most of it. 1983 for that one. And on my own, I watched Christmas Vacation, the best Christmas movie of all time, in my opinion. That one's from 1989. And yesterday I watched Muppets Christmas Carol. That one's from 1992. I love that one too. So the Christmas movies are starting. And we are still watching Deep Space Nine. I think we watched some over the weekend. I think we did. I don't remember. I'm sure we did. Maybe we didn't. I don't know. But that's reading and watching. Yeah. I have been in the mood to watch Lord of the Rings again. And we do not, usually like once a year, I like to watch these. One year we had the Netflix DVDs, so I got them from there. And then the following year we had some kind of streaming service. I don't remember what it was. So I watched them from there. And we do not have that said streaming service. And I'm like, I really want to watch those. So I just went ahead and bought the movies from Amazon because I wanted to watch them. So I got the Hobbit trilogy and the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I got a pretty good deal for all 6 movies. If I think it was like $25 for all of those. Not bad. Also went through my Christmas movie collection and I'm like, I want to watch Home Alone. And I didn't have Home Alone. So I bought that. So I have some movies coming my way. Yeah. Life stuff. It's Thanksgiving week. My youngest has an orthodontist appointment on Tuesday. I believe. Pretty sure it's Tuesday. Kind of wish it was Wednesday. Because she wouldn't miss any school, but whatever. It's the last day of school break. It's fine. Yeah, I really don't have anything else. Oh, it snowed. We got a little bit of snow yesterday. It's all gone now. But if you follow me on Instagram, I showed a little bit of picture of it. I saw that it was dark out and it was like snow everywhere. I'm like, all right, once it gets light out, I'm gonna take a picture. Once it got light out, it all melted pretty much. I'm like, oh, that's sad. So we had a little bit of snow, a light dusting. And that was pretty much it for the week. I don't have anything else. This week I'm going to try to figure out my crafting here. I think I'm going to be putting my blankets away for this week. And maybe just focus on socks. I kind of have like cast on itis a little bit. I kind of want to cast on more socks. So we'll see what happens. So next week might be a heavy sock only episode. I still plan on recording on Friday next week. if all goes well. I'm pretty sure I can. We're not going anywhere on Friday, I don't think. At least not in the morning. So I'm thinking I can record Friday morning and I'll still have my Monday episode next week. That's the plan. If all else fails, I can record on Sunday. I know we're definitely not doing anything next Sunday, so there will still be an episode on Monday, hopefully next week. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, put them right down there. I do love reading them. I hope you are all doing well, and I hope you're all getting ready for Thanksgiving. If you're in the US anyway. And yeah, Christmas is coming, guys. I hope you're all ready for your Christmas knitting and your Advent knitting. I'm excited. I can't believe that it's like almost Advent knitting already. It doesn't feel like it is. I don't know. All right. I hope you're all doing well. I said that a third time. I'm trying to end this. I'm doing it backwards and I'm having a hard time. So that's what it is. Hopefully I will see you next week. Bye.